The game was a little too close in the first half, and you might have preferred. What adjustments did you make in the second half to come up firing?
Well, we did some adjustments. I think they were scheming us up front that we weren't prepared for offensively, and so we had to make some adjustments to block it differently, and I think that helped us in the second half. And we went to a couple different things that I thought were going to be more effective, so we worked with that a little bit more too.
How would you say Tevin Wilson? Every week after week it seems he's making plays.
Yeah, basically, you know, he's earned everything he gets. The kid is a leader. He works his tail off in practice, and I can't say that enough. And he's always here, and he's positive and supportive, and he just leads the team. And he's one of our seniors, and I believe all our seniors, you know, lead this team in the proper way. And I'm just proud as heck of what he does and all my seniors.
It seemed like a group effort all around. Talk about how all three phases of your team contributed to this win.
Well, defensively, again, they came and they played. You know, that was a pretty explosive team, and I was happy with what they did. You know, we even scored a touchdown, and so that was good for them in a positive way. Special team-wise, we covered kicks a heck of a lot better, and that's something we've really been struggling on special team-wise. We had a new long snapper this week, and he did a fairly good job for us. So, you know, the reality is we just got to keep concentrating on those three phases of the game and keep improving, because people are going to keep adding new wrinkles against us every week, and we got to learn how to adapt to that and make us a better team that way.
Jensen Beach is off to its best start of its existence, and as coaches for your first year, talk about how that feels.
I'm just proud of my guys. It really has nothing to do with me. You know, I just give them the plays to run and put them in the spaces that I think are going to make them the most effective, and you know, they do it. I just put them there, and they get it done. So I'm just proud of them, and I'm happy to be their coach.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right.
It seemed like
you're welcome.
It seemed like when at the beginning of the game, you guys came out hard. You were off the ball. Is that really a scheme thing, or I mean, what really happened about the third series? It started to slow up a little bit, but then second half, same thing. I mean,
and that, you know, again, this is a team that's just learning how to win, and that's so hard for us. You know, we come off the ball and we come out the right way. You know, but then they started to do different things. They really did. They started playing different techniques we weren't aware of. They blitzed more, and that screwed us up a little bit.
They run blitzing you a little
Yes,
bit?
Yes, absolutely. Off the edge was really starting to get to us a little. So, you know, we had to make some adjustments at halftime to fix that. But, you know, the reality was that we didn't continue to keep coming after them, and you were right about that. I mean, that's what you saw after those first two series. We got it going and came after them, and then we kind of settled and got complacent. So it hurt us.
That's something that against a team that's maybe a little more physical. I mean, they have a big play, big strike capability with their athletes, but they're not a physically big team.
Right.
Is that something that you're concerned about when you can't get complacent when you're facing a team that's maybe got more size than you or similar size than you?
Right, absolutely, and this is you got to understand, this is the best record we've ever had, and these kids are still learning how to win, and it's important for them to understand that, you know, winning has got to be every snap. And you know, just because you get up 2 touchdowns doesn't mean you've won.
Right.
And they're still learning that. And that's, even though we got a lot of seniors, it's still important for them to understand that it's 4 quarters, and we got to go ahead and go after them every time.
Get a little tight there at the end when they went down the field and got within a score. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Oh man, you know, we always have great games. You know, it was such a hard victory for us because we've never won here. And my hat goes off to Port St. Lucie and Coach Poole and his kids, and they played their butts off, and they kept fighting. And yeah, of course it did. I got a little tight, but you know, we had to come back to what we do best, and that's kind of run the football and see if we could be effective and move the ball and try to end the game.
Did you see something that you could go for with the halfback pass? Because you tried it in the first half, and then you came back to it again in the second half. You had a 42-yard completion when he threw that ball. Is it something you saw with them, or is it something that you just feel like you're capable of doing with the players you have?
Well, a little bit of both, honestly. I really thought that we were capable to make the play, but I did see the way that they were coming up, and
because they were being aggressive, trying to come after him.
Yes, sir. And because of that, you know, I was just going to try to take a chance and see if you know, we could make a play and put it on their shoulders.
70 yards in 2 plays. I mean, he throws it for 42, then he runs it up the middle for 37. I mean, that kind of put the game on ice until they drove down.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, I mean,
I was happy to see Tevin break one, but I was also happy to see Matt Averill make a play. Man, that was a play and a catch, and that's another senior for us making a play. And although he doesn't make a lot, that kid will catch most of the balls we throw at him. So I'm proud of him as well.
Coach, first-year coach with the success you're having right now, how do you keep the momentum going? How do you, because I see your speech at the end of the game, you've got emotion, you've got a lot of that going with these guys. That seems to be the connection. I mean, there's X's and O's, but you got to keep them, you know, not get too full of themselves, but not get complacent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's the balance you're striking in practice? I mean, how do you put this away, show up tomorrow, watch film, and start for next week? How do you do it?
Absolutely. This game's, you know, after tomorrow, and basically after Monday, after we watch the film, it's over and it's done. And now it's money game, and we got to go and play a tough O'Galley team at their house, and we got to get prepared for district play. And you know, how can you be complacent when the next game is what it's all about? I think that's something that we got to continue to strive for. Is to be successful, is to go to other people's places and win. And yeah, you know, these past few weeks were a little tough, especially this game. But when you play someone so close, it really gives you some motivation.
A little rivalry. Yes,
absolutely. And again, not winning here before, and it's something that we really emphasize this week to keep them moving forward.